Number 10. Ravens at Chiefs, Week 1. This one is obvious. This is the first game to open up the regular season. Last time these two met up was the AFC Championship. The reigning MVP fell short of a Super Bowl appearance. And this time last year, the Lions went into Arrowhead and gave Patrick Mahomes a run for his money. This time, the Ravens have the chance to do the same. September in Arrowhead isn't the same as January in Arrowhead. Patrick Mahomes is vulnerable in the regular season, but when it's playoff time, or Super Bowl time, he'll show you why he's already one of the greatest of all time. I predict early in the season the Chiefs will struggle once again in finding their identity when it comes to wide receivers. So I have them losing this game to the Ravens, who just added Derrick Henry to their arsenal. Final score, 24-14, Baltimore Ravens. Number 9. Packers at Eagles, Week 1. Moving forward, the days of watching football games on regular TV channels are gone. Today, if you don't have Netflix, Prime Video, Disney+, YouTube TV, ESPN+, and Peacock, then most of your football privileges are gone. Not only that, whatever you had planned on Friday night can be thrown out the window, because the NFL added another primetime game in another country, which, by the way, I don't mind at all. Give me all the extra football you want. This game I put at number 9, not because of the matchup. I'm a Bears fan, so I can care less about the Packers. But this game signifies that the NFL will start expanding worldwide at a quicker pace. Who knows, they might even start an expansion team overseas one day. There's a lot of money to be made in the NFL. That's why we're basically paying for cable again with all these streaming services. But anyway, final score, 31-7, Philadelphia Eagles. For the past 4 years or so, the NFL, along with everyone who lacks a half a sense, have tried to make us believe the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen are a real threat in the AFC. Not only that, they tried to say that the Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen rivalry is similar to Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. I mean, this analogy only works if you're saying Mahomes is both Brady and Manning. Not gonna lie though, the Bills did put on a masterclass against the Chiefs in the 2022 divisional game, but ever since then, they have showed us nothing. This time around, Josh Allen has lost his number 1 receiver in Stephon Diggs, but they did draft receiver Keon Coleman out of Florida State. But how viable of an option will he be? Oh, and they added MVS and Chase Claypool. Yeah, they're screwed. The Bills' Super Bowl window has seemed to have closed already. Hopefully they find their identity this season, because even though it sounds like I'm a hater, I'm still a Josh Allen fan. Final score, 27-24, Chiefs. Number 7. Bengals at Chiefs, Week 2. So by now you might be thinking, wow, the Chiefs sure are popping up a lot in this list. And my answer to that is, yes, you're totally right. Mahomes is already one of the greatest, and whenever he plays, it's must-watch TV, or in this case, must-watch streaming service. In the regular season, Joe Burrow has the advantage when it comes to facing Patrick Mahomes. This year might be Joe Burrow's revenge season as he makes his way to another Super Bowl. Final score, 27-24, Bengals. Number 6. Titans at Bears, Week 1. Time after time, the Chicago Bears have made the mistake at the quarterback position. From drafting Trubisky over Mahomes, paying draft man a fortune, to not developing who everyone thought was our QB of the future. Now, with the first pick in the 2024 draft, they selected a generational talent in Caleb Williams. Has this team finally got it right? Even if they did, are they capable of developing a quarterback of this magnitude? The first half of the schedule is pretty easy. Caleb is going to get a chance to grow and get better before facing off against his division rivals later in the season. With the variety of weapons at his disposal, in recent memory, no other Bears QB has had a great setup in their rookie season. I predict Caleb will have a phenomenal season, and before winning Rookie of the Year, he will finally be the first 4,000-yard passer in team history. Final score, 21-7, Bears. Number 5. Falcons at Eagles, Week 2. Some think the Falcons made a mistake in drafting Michael Penix Jr. when they already gave Kirk Cousins the bag. Coming off injury, will Kirk be the same player, Will he play with the chip on his shoulder since his replacement is watching from the bench? Last year, primetime Kirk couldn't get it done against the Eagles before falling to 0-2. This time, they meet again on Monday night under the lights. The Eagles have the veteran experience over the young Falcons. Final score, 28-14, Eagles. Number 4, Ravens at Chargers, Week 12. By Week 12, we have an idea of the teams that are good and the teams that are trash. Both the Ravens and Chargers are probably going to make the playoffs, and this game might even be a postseason preview. Both Harbaugh brothers face off on Monday night, and this game has the potential to run up the scoreboard with the way both teams play. The only concern would be, how have the Chargers utilized their weapons thus far, since losing Keenan Allen and Gerald Everett? Lamar Jackson will continue to get better, and now with Derrick Henry in the backfield, he'll have another option rather than doing everything himself. This game is one of the better primetime matchups to look forward to. Final score, 34-28, Baltimore Ravens. Number 3, Bears at Texans, Week 2. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this list will feature a lot of bias because this is still my personal list. So at number 3 we have yet another Bears game. Two young QBs who represent the NFL for the next decade. CJ Stroud, who took his team to the playoffs in his rookie season. Hopefully Caleb can do the same. Stroud has a new wide receiver in Stephon Diggs, and the team overall will continue to get better, and will probably end up winning the division. At home, the Texans will have the advantage against the rookie Caleb Williams, who might even show some growing pains in this game. Final score, 24-14, Texans. Number 2, Lions at 49ers, Week 17. The Detroit Lions last year surprised everyone when they made it to the NFC Championship. They're the team that made the biggest leap from recent years, but in the playoffs, they met their match with the juggernaut of a team in the 49ers. This year, the Lions will probably win the division again, but won't make it to the NFC Championship. As for the 49ers, their Super Bowl window might be closing. This year feels like it has to be Super Bowl or bust. Key players are not only getting older, but more expensive. Is Purdy the QB of the future? We will see. This game will have heavy playoff implications. Final score, 30-21, 49ers. Before we get to the number 1 spot, let's quickly run through some honorable mentions. Cowboys at Browns, Week 1. This matchup is important. Not because of the Cowboys or the Browns, that's gross. What's more important is the fact that this will be Tom Brady's first game in the booth. The GOAT makes his way from dominating the field to hopefully dominating the booth. It's a shame we won't get Greg Olsen as much, since he's been moved to Fox's number 2 crew. But I'm sure Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady will end up being a great duo for years to come. That's if Brady doesn't come out of retirement for a team in the playoffs. Packers at Bears, Week 11. This game is important, not only for sad Bears fans like myself, but important for Caleb Williams' career for this team. Beating the Packers should be a goal far on top of his list. Dominating the division like Poles alluded to a while ago has to start with at least beating the Packers once again in their 2 matchups. We haven't beat them since 2018. A lot has happened since then. Like, a lot. Broncos at Saints, Week 7. Lastly on our honorable mention list is Sean Payton's revenge game against his old team. Him and Russell Wilson didn't click at all. Will Bo Nix be the guy for the Broncos? Only time will tell. Because if the Broncos don't have at least a winning season, then questions will start to rise regarding Sean Payton's ability to not only build a team, but to develop a team. Number 1, Chiefs at 49ers, Week 7. The number 1 spot goes to the Super Bowl rematch. For some reason, I just like Super Bowl rematches. We saw these two go at it in February, but now we get to see them again in the middle of the season. Will this game be a Super Bowl preview as well? Hopefully Kansas City found their identity at the wide receiver position by Week 7. Because if not, there are plenty of other teams in the AFC ready to make a run. The 49ers still seem to be an unstoppable force, but their key players have to stay healthy. I have the 49ers making the Super Bowl against the Bengals this year. Will they finally win one? Only time will tell. Week 7, Chiefs at 49ers, final score, 31-34, Chiefs. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 list. Let me know in the comments which games you guys are looking forward to, and I'm curious to know your Super Bowl picks as well. And as always, thanks for watching.